Amy Wright is with us, the head coach for Long Beach State. Coach, how are you? And welcome to the show. So excited to see you. Hey, Tammy's geared up. She's ready for you to take the floor today. Tell us a little bit about this season, what you're excited about coming into 2025-26.
Yeah, I mean, probably just a new look us. I'm fortunate. I had 9 out of 10 kids return. So we were able to retain players that know the expectation here. They know me. So there's no surprises. So I'm really excited for kind of people to see kind of the talent that we had on the bench last year and just letting them display how good they are and how they've really come into their own now with opportunity. We're losing 4 out of 5 starters. But they got to watch those guys play and learn from those guys. So they know the expectation. So I'm just really excited for people to get to know us kind of all over again. It feels like it's first year all over again.
You've had the opportunity the last couple of years to kind of see what it takes to be in the Big West, and now you've got these players coming back. And can you kind of help our Big West fans really understand where your focus is with your team and some of the talents that we'll see out on the floor?
Sure, yeah, I mean, the Big West, it's a grind. I mean, you're playing Thursday, Saturday, and these are like big time games that if you sleep on anybody, you're kicked in the tail.
In trouble.
And that's not what you want by any means. So it's a grind, and just having familiarity with coaches, what systems they run, how they win games. I think that's been kind of a great learning experience for me. But to my team, that I'm really excited for these young women this week. I have 3 returners. I think you did go ahead and highlight them on the bottom there. But Ken and Caw's been with me all 3 years. And then Michael Richards and Jacoya Jones-Brown, those were my 2 all Big West freshman team selections. So we're excited to have retained them and bring them back for this season. But then there's some people that maybe were on the bench or maybe transferred in that, kind of give us the look that we're trying to go for. We're going to have a little bit more of an inside presence, which I do think offensively that's really needed. We haven't had that. We've had a lot of 6'2", 6'3" guards down there. So now we have some people that want to bang. So Judah Oliva Fernandez, she's a transfer from South Florida. Kylie Pepe, transfer from San Diego State. And then my 2 true freshmen that I think are going to make a little noise, gonna get some waves rocking here at the beach. Bryn Pukas, she's from Washington, and then as well as Rosie Acott. She is a 6'2" guard, super athletic. I don't know if you've seen any of our stuff we've done this summer, but she's grabbing the rim right now. So they're going to be fun to watch. Got to develop them. They're going to be fun to watch.
Coach, you're one of the few head coaches that's talked about retaining the core. I mean, you had 3 all Big West, 2 all Big West freshmen. You talk about wanting to do a fast pace. You're talking offense. It's like there's an excitement about you. You can't wait to get out there and unleash all this talent. And to have that chemistry return, you're that much further ahead of everyone else. You are preseason pick. When I saw you last year, you tied for 5th. Coming in this year, preseason pick 6th. I look at that as a sleeper, that you've got so much more engine, but it looks like they want you to prove it.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. I think it's rightfully so. A lot of people go by the numbers and the analytics, and what do we have right now on paper? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. So that's okay. That's okay. It's good. We got to have something to prove. Last year we started conference play 7-0 and started feeling really good about ourselves. So I think this is a great experience that the returners had from that, and then now we can go into this season just one game at a time. Focus on the practice, focus on our purpose today, and then we'll move forward in terms of getting better, steadily growing to reach our ultimate potential. And thank goodness we're not there yet. Nobody wants to be great right now when it's almost November.
You talk about purpose, you talk about focus, and we know that you really like to get after it in practice, but you expect that that's going to transition to a game. You want to run, you want to rip, you want to rebound, all of those things. And I'm wondering, you get a player, you mentioned Pepe from San Diego State. I happen to watch being in the San Diego area. A lot of those games, you're getting a great player in her, but also what you have. How does that talent allow you to kind of do what you're continuing to build on. And I mean, you learned from one of the best, and I think Gary Blair. And I feel like, I had to mention him because I know that he means an awful lot to you, but he's one of the best to do it. And you can see that on the court with you, Coach.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Nowhere near being compared to a legend. I mean, he's in 55 Hall of Fames. I used to tease him when we were working together, that I was in more Hall of Fames than him. So at this point, him going into the Naismith Hall of Fame, we're tied. So I still got some work to do. Got some work to do. But no, it's funny you mentioned that. It's still, we want to get 80 possessions up a game. We still want to take great shots as quickly as possible. But what I'm finding with this group, watching them and coming together, they want to be told what to do, when to do it, and why they're doing it. So fortunately, playing for Coach Blair, as a player, I didn't want to be told what to do. I already knew. But working with him and playing for him, he had a multitude of sets. He was a phenomenal set play caller. And so we're actually going to incorporate some of that because of the different players that I have. It's not that they're not high IQ, they're very high IQ, but they enjoy understanding that aspect of the game, of what we're doing and why we do it. So again, it goes back to that purpose that we're playing for and purpose of every possession that we're going to have in games.
I hope you're having T-shirts making waves at the beach, because that was a great slogan, and already it's sticking with me. Really great. And I know you've got a little international flair this year to bring into some of the mix. Tell us a little bit about kind of the recruiting in the off season and kind of what are some of the new pieces.
Yeah, I mean, we really focused on recruiting the kids that we already had. That was super important to me. We're trying to build and grow. So obviously, we all know we're dancing in the portal. We're working, on freshmen, and we're working on JUCOs now. There's a lot of different opportunities. So I think coaches, they navigate in 3 lanes, and your lane is your university that you're in. So what is Long Beach State or whatever Big West school allowing you to operate in the recruiting scheme? Then you're working with the NCAA rules, which is the same across the board. And then, you're kind of working on what fits you as a program. And I feel confident, the kids that we brought in last year, they stayed for a reason. They love to be here, and they love our style of play. They love our culture. But yeah, bringing in Rosie Acott, she's obviously she's a true freshman. And we're going to continue to build and grow her. And that's part of the kind of the sell. We want to come in and develop, and you're not going to be able to go to a P4 or a P5 for 2 years and sit. You're going to probably leave. So they're going to get experience playing. But that flair is very good because Judith, obviously, Fernandez, Haley Wright, they both got a chance to play on their 3-on-3 teams, representing their national teams, as well as representing their 5-on-5 teams. So I think that was just really good confidence builder for the summer, in terms of now bringing it in, and they're able to display what they learned and grew throughout the summer.
Coach, we appreciate that kind of inside look. And I know our fans, especially Long Beach State fans, kind of want to know in this preview early kind of round what you just shared with them. What other, I guess, important piece of information that they should know is that you are all about your community, and your dedication to your community has been impressive to me. And it is something that has stood out, and you're about celebrating the past. You know what you have in this Long Beach State program. And for me, I grew up in Brea, California, very close to Long Beach State. I used to watch Joan Bombacini coach those players, and, Tracy Waits and Penny Toller, and they would just win, win, win. That's all they did. And it motivated me. But you're about honoring Long Beach State's past, and you've got some anniversary seasons coming up, and the local community and everybody in the Big West should know that you are committed to celebrating those years. Talk about the anniversary seasons and what you want to be doing with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird that, you say number 6 is a sleeper, but the number 6 has actually been really beneficial for Long Beach State teams. Not only is it Michael Jordan's number, we're picked preseason 6th. I'm on field of 68 sports. Like, it's a great day to have 6 all around. But it's been really good for Long Beach State teams in terms of the 75-76 team. That's their 50th year anniversary. They went to the AIAW tournament. They were led by Kathy Fisher and Cindy Simonian. Then you go 10 years later, the 85-86 team, they went to an Elite 8. They were 29-5. Then you go to 20 years celebration of the 05-06 team, who were Big West champions. And then 10 years ago, the 15-16 team went to the NIT, and they were 24-9. So I think just the number 6 has just been like truly impactful for Long Beach State women's basketball teams. And so we just want to roll the dice and see where we land. No pun intended, us going to Vegas, and we'll see how we can get there.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. We love your enthusiasm. We love the chemistry, and we love the slogan. So good luck this season. We can't wait to see what you have in store.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for all you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.